Welcome to the Omega Channel. Here, we'll use the power of language to guide you step by step into the world. Hi everyone, I'm Omega. How's your day?
Hi, everyone. I'm Justin.
I was looking at our topic for today, and I have to be honest, it felt, a little personal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I felt like the research was like looking directly at me and judging my entire life history of failed New Year's resolution.
It is a bit confronting, isn't it? But in a good way, because we
Yeah.
aren't just talking about abstract theories today. We're talking about a very, very specific struggle that I think every single person listening has probably faced.
Absolutely. We are diving into what the experts call law number 4. But before we get to the solution, I think we really need to understand the problem. And to do that, we have a story.
Yes, we need to talk about our friend Alex. Now,
Mm.
Alex isn't a real person per se, but he is. He's a stand-in for all of us, so imagine it's January 1st. Or maybe just a random Monday morning where that motivation suddenly strikes.
I know that feeling so well. It's that sudden burst of, I am going to change my life right now.
Exactly. So Alex decides this is the year, no more messing about. He's going to get fit. He goes to the shop, buys the neon yellow running shorts, the ones that are, frankly, a bit too bright for the neighbors.
Yeah.
He buys the expensive trainers. He downloads like 3 different fitness apps.
Oh, yeah. He is fully committed. The credit card is out. The gear is ready.
I mean, he is on fire. For that first week, Alex is an absolute machine.
Mm.
He's up at, what, 6, 7 a.m. every
Mm.
single morning, hitting the pavement, eating raw kale and, pretending it tastes like crisps.
Yeah.
He feels like a professional athlete.
That initial phase is so intoxicating, right? You feel like a totally different person just because you started. You've got this huge surge of energy.
It is a powerful drug.
Yeah.
But, and here's the tragedy of Alex.
Yeah.
We got to day 10.
Oh no, day 10, that's the danger zone.
It's raining outside. It's cold. His legs are incredibly sore from a week of running. And the critical moment happens when he steps out of the shower and he looks in the mirror.
And what does he see?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh.
He looks exactly the same as he did 10 days ago. No six-pack abs, no massive weight loss. And suddenly, that 6:00 a.m. alarm,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't feel like a golden opportunity anymore. It feels like a punishment.
Ugh, that is such a heavy sinking feeling. I think I've been there 1,000 times. You put in all this work, but the result is completely invisible.
And because Alex can't see the result, he quits. The neon shorts get shoved to the back of the wardrobe, and he just goes back to his old routine.
You know, the experts we're looking at today actually have a name for this specific timeline. They call it the Valley of Disappointment.
The Valley of Disappointment.
Yeah,
Sounds like a location in a very depressing fantasy novel.
it really does. But it's a perfect description. It's that painful gap between the work you've put in and the tangible results you can actually see. And today's deep dive is all about how to build a bridge over that valley.
Right. Because if we look at our previous discussions, we've talked a lot about how to start habits,
Yeah.
setting up your environment so it's easy. But today is about law number 4, make it satisfying. It's about how to stick with it when the excitement fades and, the rain starts falling.
And the secret isn't just try harder. I think that's what we usually tell ourselves. Oh, I just need more willpower. But the science suggests we actually need to hack our own biology.
We do. We need to talk about the biology of now versus later.
This part really fascinated me. The research breaks down why Alex quit. And it wasn't because he was weak or lazy. It was actually an evolutionary mismatch.
A mismatch. How do you mean?
Well, okay, so if you look at human history, right, for something like 200,000 years, our ancestors lived in what scientists call an immediate return environment.
Immediate return. So you do something and you get the result straight away.
Precisely. Think about a hunter-gatherer on the savannah. You're hungry, you see a berry bush, you eat the berries. Bam, sugar, energy, satisfaction. Immediate feedback.
Or you see a lion. You run away. You survive. Immediate stress relief. You don't have to wait 3 weeks to know if you outran the lion, do you?
Exactly. Your brain evolved to prioritize now. The reward loop is incredibly tight, but think about our modern lives. Think about your job or learning a language.
Oh, it's the complete opposite. We live in a delayed return environment. You go to work today, you don't get paid till the end of the month. You go to the gym today, you don't get fit for 6 months.
It's basically do the work now, get the reward, maybe, eventually.
And to the primitive part of our brain, that lizard brain, that is a terrible deal.
It really is. The brain is calculating, I am expending energy, I am in pain, and I am receiving zero berries. So naturally, it sends a signal to stop. It says, Alex, save your energy. This isn't working.
This actually explains why bad habits are so incredibly sticky.
Yeah.
Take the donut or scrolling on social media.
Oh, the donut. The donut tastes amazing now. The scrolling is entertaining now.
But the cost, the weight gain, the wasted time, that all happens in the future. That's a problem for future Alex.
So the bad habits have an immediate reward, and the good habits have an immediate punishment. It's completely backwards.
It is. So if we want to save Alex from quitting, we can't just tell him to, you know, visualize the future. We have to trick his brain. We have to artificially create a berry right now.
We need a dopamine hit that bridges the gap. We need to make him feel successful today, even if his body hasn't changed a bit.
And this brings us to my absolute favorite story from the research. It's about a stockbroker named Trent. This story is it's so simple, it's brilliant.
I love this one, the Paperclip Strategy. Please tell everyone about Trent.
So Trent was a young guy, just starting out in a really grueling sales job. His daily task was to make 120 sales calls.
120, that sounds miserable. I get anxious making one phone call to order a pizza.
It's soul-destroying work. And remember, most of those calls are rejections. People hanging up, people yelling at him. If he relied on making a sale as his reward, well, he might go days without a hit of dopamine. He'd burn out in a week.
So how did he survive the valley of disappointment?
He put 2 jars on his desk. One was empty. The other was filled with 120 paper clips.
Okay. Just standard paper clips.
Yeah, standard metal clips. Every morning, he starts with a full jar. He dials the phone. And whether the person answers, hangs up, or buys stock, it doesn't matter. As soon as he hangs up, he moves one paper clip from the full jar to the empty jar.
That's it. Just moving the clip.
That's it. He didn't stop until the first jar was empty. And within a year, he was the top performer in the firm.
I want to dig into why this works, because on the surface, moving a paper clip, it sounds kind of boring, but biologically, it's doing something very, very clever.
What is it triggering for you?
It's making the invisible work visible. In a delayed return environment, you often feel like you're running on a treadmill. You're working hard, but you're going nowhere. The paperclip is visual proof that you moved forward.
It gamifies it, doesn't it?
Exactly. And, think about the sensory detail here. I'm very detail-oriented. Imagine the sound, that little clink of the clip hitting the glass jar. Clink. That sound. And combined with the visual of that little pile growing.
Yeah, you can see the progress.
It gives the brain that tiny hit of satisfaction. It's like a little pat on the back that says, good job, you did the thing. It closes that feedback loop, instantly.
You get the berry.
You get the berry. The sale might not happen for weeks, but the clink happens now.
It reminds me of something else the sources discuss, the habit tracker. The classic wall calendar where you put a big red X on the days you complete your habit.
It seems almost childish, doesn't it? Like something you do in kindergarten, but it works on the exact same principle.
There was a really interesting note in the sources about this action. The marking of the X or the moving of the clip being ceremonial.
Ceremonial. That's an interesting word choice for marking a calendar.
It is, but it made me think about Asian culture. I'm fascinated by the way daily life is structured in places like Japan or China. In the West, we often just want to get things done as fast as possible. But in many Asian traditions, the ritual is the point.
Like a tea ceremony.
Exactly. Or even something simpler. Think about the way you take off your shoes when entering a home in Japan. You don't just kick them off. You place them. You align them. It's a tiny moment of order.
It brings mindfulness to the moment.
Precisely. And the sources suggest that marking that X isn't just data entry. It's a moment of honoring the effort. It creates a sense of order and satisfaction, similar to that feeling of peace you get from a completed ritual. It says, I showed up today.
I really love that perspective. It elevates the task. It's not just I did a workout. It's I am honoring the commitment I made to myself.
And once you have a few of those red X's in a row, well, now you have a streak.
And humans hate breaking streaks.
We are loss-averse creatures. Once you have a chain of 20 days, you aren't running to get fit anymore. You're running because you cannot bear the thought of seeing a blank space on that calendar.
I want to pause here for a second. We've talked about environment before, and I want to make sure our listeners see how these pieces fit together.
Connect the dots for us.
So, in a previous deep dive, we talked about law number one, environment design. That's like putting your running shoes by the door so you trip over them.
Right. Removing the friction.
Think of law one as the ignition in a car. It makes it easy to start the engine. But law number four, make it satisfying, is the fuel.
Ah, I like that.
The environment gets you to do it once. The satisfaction gets you to come back tomorrow. And this is where I want to remind everyone listening, you are the architect of your life.
The architect.
Yes, you are not a victim of your habits. You aren't just, hoping you'll have willpower. You design the environment to trigger the action, and then you design the tracker, the paper clips, the calendar to reward it. You are building the system.
That is very empowering. Now, let's bring this down to earth. We have listeners right now who are trying to improve their English.
A classic goal, but a hard one.
It's the definition of a delayed return. You study a word today, but you might not use it in a conversation for weeks. How can they use the paperclip strategy today?
Okay, let's build a system right now. You don't need paper clips. Maybe you don't have 120 of them lying around. Let's use something nicer. Maybe beans or glass marbles.
Marbles are good. Nice sound. Clink.
Get 2 small bowls. Put them right on your desk where you can see them. Fill 1 bowl with just 5 marbles.
Just 5. Not 50.
Just 5. We want the bar to be low. Your mission is to learn 5 new words or phrases today.
Okay, that sounds manageable.
You learn the first word, you write it down, you say it out loud, and then you pick up a marble and you drop it into the empty bowl.
Clink.
You hear it, you see it, you feel that tiny spark of done, then you do the next one.
It seems so small, but I can see how that would be addictive. You'd want to move all the marbles.
Exactly, and suddenly you aren't studying. You're playing a game. And if you do that every day, by the end of the month, you've learned 150 words. But you did it 1 clink at a time.
But, and here's the reality check, life is going to punch you in the face eventually.
It always does. The car breaks down, the kids get sick, work explodes.
Let's go back to Alex. He's got his streak going. He's got his neon shorts. But then he gets the flu. Or his boss makes him work until midnight. And he misses a day. The chain of red X's is broken.
This is the moment where most people give up completely. It's that all or nothing mentality.
The what the hell effect.
Yeah.
Well, I missed 1 day, so the streak is ruined. I might as well give up and eat the entire pizza.
It's the perfectionist trap. If I can't be perfect, I won't be anything.
The sources provide a really powerful mantra for this specific moment. And honestly, if you take one thing away from this deep dive, let it be this rule.
What is it?
Never miss twice.
Never miss twice. I like the sound of that. Let's unpack it.
It distinguishes between 2 types of misses.
Mm-hmm.
If you miss 1 workout or 1 study session, that is an accident. It's a data point. It's an outlier.
Right. Life happens. We aren't robots.
Exactly. But if you miss twice,
What happens then?
that is the start of a new habit.
Ooh, that hits hard.
It should. When you miss twice, you are casting a vote for a new identity. You're voting for the identity of someone who doesn't do the work.
So the goal isn't to be perfect forever. The goal is just to never let one mistake compound.
Right. If Alex misses his run on Tuesday, Tuesday is dead. Forget about Tuesday. Don't beat yourself up about it. The entire mission of his life is now Wednesday.
And here's the key question. On Wednesday, does he need to run 10 miles to make up for Tuesday?
No. That's the trap. If he tries to do a double workout to punish himself, he'll hate it and quit again. On Wednesday, the goal is just to show up.
Just show up.
Even if he runs for 5 minutes, even if he just puts on the shoes and walks around the block, he needs to repair the chain. It's a comeback day.
A comeback day. I love that.
And honestly, the satisfaction of the comeback day can be even higher than a normal day. Because you proved to yourself that you are resilient. You proved you aren't fragile.
That is such a crucial shift in mindset. It's not about how long your streak is. It's about how quickly you can recover when it breaks.
Exactly. So let's recap the tools we have for our listeners today. We have the visual rewards, the paper clips, or the marbles.
We have the habit tracker to honor the ritual of showing up.
And we have the golden rule, never miss twice.
The sources hinted at a surprise bonus that comes if you stick to all of this.
Ah, yes, the compound effect.
We are so focused on the immediate reward the clink of the marble. But eventually, if you keep showing up, the long-term results do arrive.
They do. The six-pack actually appears. The English vocabulary becomes fluent. You find yourself speaking in sentences without even thinking.
But you only get there if you survive the valley of disappointment first.
And you survive the valley by making the climb satisfying.
Remember, you are the architect.
Yeah.
Law number 1 gives you the painless start button, and law number 4 keeps the machine running.
So go get your jars, get your marbles, and get ready for your comeback day.
Thanks for watching the Omega channel. I hope today's sharing was helpful. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and turn on notifications. See you next time.
Keep learning, and I look forward to seeing you again. Goodbye.